Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again to show you guys the only deck that the #2 player in Clash Royale uses every single day. No matter what, this guy is always at the top of the ladder, usually #1 in the world with this Giant Skeleton Hog Rider deck. It's one of the safest decks for ladder because the Giant Skeleton is able to defend anything in the ground, and whenever it goes kaboom, your entire opponent's push goes with it. You're able to protect your Giant Skeleton from swarm units because you've got 3 spells and a wizard to quickly remove any bait cards. If you can bait out and destroy your opponent's building with the Giant Skeleton bomb, you can rush through with the Hog Rider and get a ton of damage. Or if you get your Giant Skeleton to the tower, you pretty much just win the game right then and there. I don't think I've ever said that Wizard is a good card before, but with the Giant Skeleton and Hog Rider, he brings out the best in them, pulling off magic tricks, allowing you to get damage in situations that no other card could. Let's go jump straight to some games and test out the deck for ourselves and hopefully assert dominance. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. A huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG, making this channel possible. Jumping into this one, we got a game against a French Surs. So we're going to go and throw the baguettes at this man and go in for the knight in the back. Give him that 20-win emote and make sure he knows he is in for the spice. If he sees knight, most of the time they're going to expect a log bait deck, right? But we've got anything but. We got Harry Potter up in here for the magic tricks. Before your very eyes, that baby dragon is going to vanish. So that baby dragon is definitely dead unless he's going to have a random lightning in the deck, but I would expect it to be a graveyard deck from the looks of things. And if we can get the Giant Skeleton in front of Harry Potter, we are popping off. Let's go, guys. I'm loving the situation. I'm loving the vibes. I'm going to fireball on that as quickly as I can. And I'm going to try to get all of his stuff really close and personal here. If I can Hog Rider, this is amazing because then we'll have another tank for the Wizard. The Wizard still isn't dead. I don't understand how the Wizard is surviving, but he's thriving. That Wizard popped off, and then the Barb Barrel just goes out in the middle of nowhere. It's looking at the Hog Rider. It's like, wait, where am I supposed to go? I thought I was supposed to go and target the Hog Rider. Why did I go adventurously across the river and target nothing at all? The world may never know, but that worked out wonderfully. He's given us the well played, and as you guys can see, if you protect your Wizards, the Wizards will be thankful, and they'll pay you off with dividends of damage in every single scenario. So I'm going to log this. I'll follow up with another knight in the back. And the reason why I go for a knight instead of a wizard will get poisoned or fireballed. So rather go and drop something that's robust, that's sturdy, that hits hard like a tank out here. And then I go and clog up the lane with the Giant Skeleton so it will never be the same. This guy cannot break through Giant Skeleton. That thing is thick, thicker than a Snicker. So yeah, there's the poison on top of the Giant Skeleton for whatever reason. This guy is just really scared. I guess he predicted me going for a wizard, which probably not that bad of a prediction because I was going to do it, but now I do it later. You know, it feels good. Oh, wait. If I tornado into the Giant Skeleton, that's going to be a vibe. So I'm going to wait, but tornado into the Giant Skeleton so the Wizard doesn't die. And then the Baby Dragon. Oh, the Baby Dragon died before even the Wizard died. Wow. Okay. That's hilarious. He still hasn't done tower damage to me, by the way. Yeah, I think this deck is pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I'm vibing with it. Oh, please give me the more fireable value. I'm here for it, man. And then you're going to go start to spam into me. I can go in for a skeleton army here as well. You're going to ignore the knight. I've got log, so if you poison this, I just log the skeletons. If you don't, then you're just taking the most negative elixir trade you've ever seen in your lives. Oh my gosh. I can take the other tower now because I'm up so good. This is what you guys got to do against Graveyard. You got to assert dominance by taking multiple towers. Against a deck that has been so strong for so long, you're finally like, hey, I've had enough. Let me show you what's actually good. Giant Skeleton Wizard, bro. You haven't thought that this was good, but it is absolutely epic. So I think the Fireball does do enough. Yeah, it does 207. I keep forgetting that because Tournament Standard used to be like level 9 and now it's level 11. So you have to memorize all these different interactions and you're just like, wait, why? Why is it this way? What did Clash Royale do today? All right, so we're going to Fireball here. We're going to drop a GG and the 20-win emote and we'll bounce on the next game. Good player. Obviously, he's running a great deck, but I guess Wizard is too powerful. So let's get that second win of the day, guys. And if we get this, we actually get the 12 win in the Classic Challenge. I started a Classic Challenge with the meme deck, and I ended up getting to 10 wins, and I'm like, let's finish it with like a good deck out here. Let's finish it with the #1 deck in the world out here. And I just want all the rewards since I am on my mini account. If I can get this, the chest is going to be hype. After this game, if I win it, we will unlock a very spicy chest. So I'm going to tornado the Hog Rider, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, if I can go in for a knight in the back and build a big push, it's always going to be a vibe. If we play against Hog Rider, we're going to use that tornado to the best of our ability every single time. The only thing I'm a little bit scared of is this guy goes in for a zap on top of the skeleton army. Sometimes they will have that if they've got mini P.E.K.K.A to get the mini P.E.K.K.A through, but it looks like that's not going to be in the cards for my dude out here. So I want to go in for a Hog Rider behind the Knight and then try to snipe whatever building or distraction he drops. Oh, never mind. I was going to go for like the Wizard in the middle and make a prediction on the building or something, but he's not going to do that. He's going to have Log and Hunter. This is really interesting. This is super interesting. I don't think I've seen a deck like this before. What is this? Is this Three Musketeers with Mini P.E.K.K.A.? I think it is. If I had to hazard a guess, that's what I would say. Oh no, I missed it! No! Okay. That was the worst play I've ever done in my life. Trying to make it spicy and closer for you guys, you know? It was too easy. It was way too easy. Last game was too completely under our control, but since I activated King Tower, we didn't take that second Mini P.E.K.K.A. hit to the face. That would have definitely lost me the game. Wow. Okay, Clash Royale. I see how it is, you know? Just gotta elevate the heartbeat a little bit, you know? Gotta get that exercise out here. All right, so I likely want to go in for a Log and then Tornado this back when I can get the chance to. If you want an Earthquake, I don't want to have that Hog Rider hit my tower. Not today. I was actually able to pull it to the opposite side. Yo, we hit different with our Tornadoes out here. I'm going to Hog Rider, and then I can Fireball depending on what happens. If he goes in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A. and a Hunter, I can Fireball on that. I'm hoping he does. Even if he doesn't, I'm able to like knock back the Mini P.E.K.K.A. so we get more damage. Also, he has no Log, so then the Skeleton Army probably pops off if he goes in for some other stuff here. I'm going to Knight off to the side just so we can kill that first. And then I'm not going to miss it. I got this on deck, guys. I'm telling you right now, I do not miss these NATOs again. Okay, there we go. We vibing. So with 44 seconds remaining, I think we probably got to go for the Hog Rider here and then Fireball on the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and also on top of the Hunter. I thought he would Mini P.E.K.K.A. He didn't do it. Very interesting. Well played on his end for just having the audacity of waiting a little bit. I'll Log, and then I guess I can go for a Skeleton Army just to stop that so the Wizard doesn't die in one hit. So now he's not going to go in for us. I can go for a Hog Rider again because we have the Wizard counter pushing. Wow, this game is actually tough because I potatoed so hard. I think he's going to Log and stop the Hog Rider for no damage. So very, very well played on our opponent's end. I'm going to have to go in for a Knight and then body block the Hog Rider counters. So yeah, we'll see how well this works. I got to go for like another Wizard. No, I'm going to Giant Skeleton in the back. Screw that. I've got to do it.
Skeleton warriors.
I got to play how I want to play, guys. We got to find our stride. So he can't Earthquake me out if he wants to. It would be pretty funny. I'm able to Log that back. I do have to Tornado that. I don't want to, but I have to. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I just spend so much Elixir to stop that. It doesn't feel like a vibe. I'll go in for a Fireball, and this time we're going to be able to one-tap the Hunter if the Wizard gets one hit, which it does. And then I think the Mini P.E.K.K.A. locks onto the Giant Skeleton, so that should be a win. So I built up a really big push with the Giant Skeleton. That's how you should be playing this matchup. And any matchup, really. You Giant Skeleton in the back, you build up a big push, and then you're able to find your big parade push and win the game off of that. You get the 12 win in the Classic Challenge. I did not lose a game with this deck. I actually lost a couple games earlier with a meme deck, as I said before. Yeah, I was playing a Giant deck, and I was playing some even meme-or Giant decks before that. But yeah, when I switched to this, we've won every single game so far. 2 in a row, feels fantastic. We got that Classic Challenge drip out here. Let's see what we can unlock. Getting some Electro Spirits, getting some Skeleton Dragons. I don't use Skeleton Dragons. I use Electro Spirit, and I use Royal Delivery for any control deck. If you're under-leveled, those cards are phenomenal. Elixir Golem, we don't talk about that thing. It's disgusting. It's abhorrent. And we get a Rage. If you guys are looking to level up your cards and try out different decks and just have fun with your free gems, always suggest you use all of your gems in Classic Challenges because that's going to be your best benefit. Even if you lose, you're only going to lose 10 gems, and the experience of learning new strategies and testing out different decks, that's pretty priceless because that's how you're going to get better in the game. Now we're going to jump into some grand challenges and see how far we can dominate there. On to the next one. This guy is apparently an all-star, a self-proclaimed all-star. We'll see what stars he's got in his deck. You can only pick 8 of them, so who is going to be in your lineup?
Mario.
So Goblin Drill probably going to be like either... I would endeavor to say like Inferno Tower or Tesla on the counter of the Hog Rider here. If you Tornado me, I'm going to be so sad. Oh no, he's going to have a building and he's going to have Tornado. That is not what we signed up for here, Chief. I'm the only one that's supposed to have Tornado in our deck. So this is going to be a tough game. Usually if you play against Goblin Drill, your opponent's just going to have buildings, and then maybe you can break through with your Giant Skeleton, have that go kaboom on the building, go for your Hog Rider afterward. But if he's going to have 2 phenomenal answers to us, yeah, we're going to be really testing ourselves here. I could Fireball on top of the Bomber. I think that's going to be worth it. It's definitely going to be worth it. As long as the Giant Skeleton survives, then we're able to get some decent counter push, right? So with the first Goblin, you're able to activate King Tower. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Activating King Tower with the first one is always worth it. So then you can just, you know, have that against all of your opponent's bridge spam for the rest of the game. If they drop it in the back, it's even easier because then the Goblin just spawns in the back and then it doesn't hit your tower. But the first one it's spawned in front of your tower, the goblin always spawns directly on top of your tower. So not what we wanted to see there. He gets 1 goblin hit, but king tower activation feels pretty good. Yo, wait. If you go for a log like that, maybe I can go for a skeleton army at the river. Can that be a pseudo win condition for us? Please, just let it happen. Oh, man, there was so much stuff on the map for him, and he still had the mechanics to be able to defend both lanes. So credit where credit is due. You played that pretty well. I'm going to go for a wizard, then I'm going to log. I want to log that to the point that the bomber doesn't get a hit, and I also want to finish off the goblin drill so then the goblin's spawn is completely mitigated by the log. If you finish off the goblin drill with a log, none of the goblins will spawn. So you always want the goblin, you always want the log to do the finishing blow to your opponent's goblin drill or tombstone or any spawner that is. All right, so we can hog right on the other side. I'm still thinking of a way to break through this. I don't want to hog rider into a Tesla. That is not open for discussion. That is simply not happening. Okay, so I got to figure my way to win this game. This is definitely going to be presenting some type of problem for me. If I can go through with like a hog rider in the right-hand lane, I like that a lot, but I don't know if the fireball is going to be able to kill the Tesla. It looks like it will be able to. Awesome. And then he misses the tornado. Still not enough damage for me, though. Okay, can the skeletons kill the goblins in time? It looks like that's going to be pretty good. I can go for a wizard in the back as well, and then I can follow up with a knight. So if I go for knight hog rider, maybe we're able to outpace his good answers to us. So I'm hoping that if I can get a giant skeleton or a knight, then the tornado won't work, and we will be able to break through the building because then the wizard is able to snipe the building. That's what I'm hoping for. Wow. He actually had rocket. I simply wasn't ready for that, dude. Wait, is the giant skeleton going to lock onto the tower? I was really optimistic there. If I had tornadoed instead, I think that would have worked. It is what it is. You live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. So I'll go for a skeleton army up top. I don't think that's going to dash onto my tower. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be able to shut this down with a knight. That's definitely going to be a vibe. And then I can go in for another giant skeleton because the knight is counter pushing. He doesn't want to go in for a Tesla because the Tesla is going to target the knight instead. I'm going to hog rider here, and then I can try to fireball if we can get that through. Yeah, so we're able to hit the Tesla here, and then also hit the golden knight as well. That's looking pretty spicy, guys. Not going to lie. If giant skeleton can find its way through, then we're going to win the game. So I'm going for it. Come on, little Larry, or big Larry. Give him the big scary. That was inches away from perfection. Literally inches away from winning us the game right then and there. All right, we've got a huge horde of skeletons and knight coming at him, so I'm going to hog rider at that exact moment, try to, have the skeletons maybe tank for the Tesla. It did not work out. Man, this game is getting really hot and heavy. I hope that I can go for like a giant skeleton here and then body block the goblins, and then I would have to go for a wizard if he went golden knight because I didn't have anything else. Yeah, fortunately he didn't go golden knight at the river. That would have been really bad. I can go for a knight and then maybe even skeleton army if we can find a situation where that would behoove me. And if I fireball and everything, that's so worth. Because I'm able to hit the bomber too. I won't have to worry about that. Yes, the wizard locks onto the tower. Let's go. This is our moment. This is our time. This is our calling. We finally found an opportunity to get the giant skeleton on the tower too. More so for the memes than anything else. I'm going to knight in the back, and then I can fireball. I'm not going to start my fireball cycle just yet. I want to make sure that I have the opportunity to, and just fireball twice with a log and win the game. So the knight is going to be able to body block the goblin, so it makes me feel very safe and secure. I'm going to hog rider pretty aggressively, and then wizard in the back, because if he wants to spam more stuff, I want to make sure that I have units that can actually defend. So he's going to rocket me. It's going to make it a little bit tougher, but I can get a skeleton army down afterward and then fireball and win the game. So GG, well played and peace out. Pleasure playing against you. This was a hard and fought battle. But yeah, I guess even if you play against a tornado goblin drill deck, you can still pull it out in the end if you play well enough and you're just really patient with your elixir investments. All right, so jumping into the action here. First things first, I'm going to whip out a hog rider and sauce out a good luck.
I don't want to do this no more.
Hopefully the karma goes full circle and I get a great matchup here. We'll have to wait and see. The last matchup when our opponent ended up having a Tesla and also a tornado, that was a difficult time. I'm going to go in for a log just to disrupt the Dark Prince's charge and then go in for a knight here. I think that the charge isn't going to do that much damage to the knight anyway. He is a solid sir. He is used to soaking up all the damage. He's kind of like a little bit of a sponge. Maybe I can fireball on top of the firecracker, add a little bit more fire to her element, and see what else we can do. Usually, if your opponent's going to have Prince plus Firecracker, you can't really identify what your opponent's deck is. So I'm just along for the ride until we figure out what his card combination is. I'm going to go for skeletons off to the side last possible second in case this guy wanted to go in for a surprise zap, arrows or something. I was just going to sacrifice the wizard if that was going to be the case, because you don't want to go in for a skeleton army too soon and then have them arrows on top of your wizard and skeleton army. You always want to drop it the last possible second so then your opponent can't properly prepare their spells in time. Okay, so giant skeleton in this situation, trying to break through a building and then an executioner. He's got a lot of splash damage out here. You know what? The good thing is, everything the time the giant skeleton dies, it's taking something down with it. Like that executioner, it is not going to see the light of day anymore, dude. That is gonzo. Okay, I got to go for a knight in the back because I don't have skeleton army in hand. You guys have to identify like, okay, can I play aggressive with a hog rider when I'm up elixir? Probably not. He was expecting a skeleton army, so we went for a preemptive poison. You know, that was good on his end, but you know, you think I'm quicker than I actually am. I'm a slow and methodical sir, dropping my skeleton armies and not having them in my hand. So I wouldn't have even done that if that was the hand that I had, because you always want to switch up your card cycle. You don't want to be too predictable. If you drop a skeleton army and you drop it multiple times in a row and your opponent has a prince coming at you, I feel like they're not going to be stupid, right? They're not going to let you drop the skeleton army to counter the same card too many times in a row if they have available answers in their deck. This guy's got poison. He's got electro spirit. He has an abundance of answers for that skeleton army. Okay, so what I could do here is I could knight in the other side and then try to build up a push in both lanes. Maybe we can go for a skeleton army here too. I think he'll electro spirit, which is fine. I just don't want the prince to immediately annihilate the knight. I want the knight to stay alive a little bit longer here. It's definitely going to be better for me to go in for a tornado here, so then we can shut down our opponent's stuff. But I did tornado it into alignment, so maybe it wasn't the best. I wanted the wizard to stay alive, but I let the wizard die. Okay, that firecracker is absurdly obnoxious. I'm going to hog rider here, so then maybe the prince locks onto that. I'm going to wizard afterward. I don't know how well this is going to work because I don't really care about the damage that I get in the right-hand side. I'm just trying to, you know, bide my time so my opponent can't go in for too much bridge spam. Oh, no, that skeleton army might not be enough. I am a little bit scared. I'm a little bit hesitant right now, but we have a huge push on the left-hand side, too. What can we do? Okay, so the prince is going to be a problem. I have to log that back. The wizard locks onto the tower, but I know that I have to defend first and foremost. So I'm going to go and tornado this back, make sure that the giant doesn't go ham on me, and then I think I can get a skeleton army down afterward on top of the executioner to kill it. Because I wasn't able to afford a hog rider in time to body block. That would have been the most ideal situation. I can fireball and log and walk with the win. Just wanted to make sure that I had the proper defenses. You don't want to go for a spell cycle and then not be able to afford your spells while the giant is hammering down in the tower and winning the game. There's nothing that feels worse than that. Secure your defenses first and then secure the game. Like, subscribe for more daily content, and have an awesome rest of your day.